Hey, good morning, everyone. How are you? How's things going? It's Friday. All right, so Friday it is, August 22nd. Jeez. All right, so we're burning up August here, guys. We're burning it up, man. All right, so after this, we got what, 5 days? Looks like 5 more days here. All right, so next Tuesday we will get our new month. All right, and we'll start taking peeks at the quarter here and there. All right, because we're starting to get to that. Once we get to the middle of September, we're getting to that spot where we're starting to see what the quarters kind of firming up to be. Um, what do we got this morning? All right, so all eyes on Jackson Hole, Wyoming. What a wonderful place to be. Have never been to Jackson Hole, Wyoming, and I haven't made any plans to go there anytime soon, but I'm sure it's a wonderful place. All right, so what do we got? We got Powell's gonna they got Vegas odds on this thing, right? So about 70%. I think there's about 70% chance of a rate cut, and more than likely probably be like 25 points. Um, so we'll see there. We'll see there. It's going to be important to listen to what he says though today. Okay, so the markets could adjust. Keep an eye on the yields and keep an eye on the dollar while he's talking. Okay, might get you an idea of of what might happen here. Okay. Um, Futures are inside day. SPY is close, but it's not quite taking it. So here we are on that inside day on SPY right here with the 2-1. We talked about it at the end of the day yesterday. All right, so 638.15 was the high yesterday, 638.15, and I don't have my overnight on. So there we go. We're back up to 637.20 right now. All right, so we're not far off here on SPY. We're only chasing by about what's that? Maybe about 60, 70 cents. All right, so there's your SPY. Gonna be opening up inside day, but just a tad better. Okay, and QQQ, same situation. This one's probably still a little thicker in the soup, as they have been. Okay, they've been leading this. This pullback is what I call that. It's just a little bit of a pullback. All right, so 564.48 right now, 564.48. If you want to get out, you got to get to 566.73. So you're about a buck and change to see if you can get outside the cues. About the same amount on the distance to get to break it the other way. All right. So diamonds. Where are we at here? This one's inside as well. 449.01. Oh, okay. Well, take that. All right. 449.55 taken back up on the diamonds. All right. So we got diamonds taking day up. We got SPY a little better. We'll see. I think there's going to be a lot of uncertainty today. So be careful. Probably more choppy like we've been getting. All right. As you can just see on the dailies, this has just been a major chop shop. All right. Now, are the diamonds just going to get out and go run up to the highs? I'd say be hard pressed. All right. But there's a couple names that are moving. Some of the Ross stores had a win. That one made the gapper list today, 145.62, up about $4 and change. Not quite taking out the 2-day. Looks like it's close, right? Got up to 151.81, but this came back inside here. So Ross Stores looks a little bit better there this morning. That's one of the ones that made the list today. We'll go through the big ones that we had reported yesterday. Zoom was one of them. 73.17. Now Zoom is much better, up about 4% this morning. All right, so Zoom's making a kind of a nice move. Actually up about 5.1%, and they raised their outlook for next year too. So looking for Zoom saying that the sky is bright and we're moving forward into the next year. All right, so Zoom, I got a zoom. All right, showing my age. All right, so Zoom coming back inside at 76.30, closed at 73.17. Zoom's on the move. Okay, Intuit was a miss. Into the crapper. All right, coming back down here, 697, closed at 697.76, and we're expanding down pretty good here. All right, 652 bucks. All right, so we're going to be back into this area right in here. So you're going to get a gapper down on your 652. You're going to be right in here. So the triangle out would be this month down, and that would be a low of 622.42. That's your Intuit this morning. All right, so that kind of was a miss there. NVIDIA is in the news. NVIDIA. All right. And it's lower here. I think this might be if this thing gets down anywhere near around 169, I think we'd be nibbling on that. All right, that's what I think. I don't think you're going to get that low. NVIDIA is slid. It's down a little more than 1%, and I guess they're not going to be able to sell their H20 AI chips to China. So that's kind of that's the news this morning. That's the reason why NVIDIA is a little bit lower here this morning. All right, so the AI, these ones that were already destined to be sent are now not going. So that's kind of a setback for NVIDIA. Again, if 168, 169, yeah. All right, that's pretty good, I think. All right, I might even be interested at that. All right, so NVIDIA, Workday, WDAY. There's another one. Workday's down about 5%, closed at 227.58. We're going all the way back down to 216. This is a gapper down, pretty heavy. All right, to triangle out, we're going to have to go back all the way down to 213.20 on the downside. All right, so we'll keep an eye on Workday. They just they got a few things going on. Q3 just wasn't great for them. And what else did they have to say about that? They have an acquisition of another company, an AI company called Paradox. So they're spending money. They're trying to grow, and sometimes that's gonna hit the bottom line. All right, so that's basically what's happened. I think Workday's okay. If you get her down to a price that seems reasonable, then we look at it, right? But right down here, we'll see. 3 days, right? Wait for 3 days. We'll see if anything happens there. A couple mentionables. Micron has got something going on here. 115.79 down $2 and change. Higher. 117. All right, so Micron's better here, and it's taken out the 2-day, and it's looking to triangle out the 2 days. So so back up to 118.91 if you can get it up there, Micron. All right, that's a gapper up to the upside on Micron. Google was in the news a little bit. I didn't get the story, but up $3 here and change on Google, coming back up this morning. All right, so it looks like some of these tech stocks that have been under pressure, a couple of them are trying to sneak out the back door, and it looks like Google and Micron definitely. Now let's see if AMD can see if they left that crack big enough for there. No way. AMD right back down. So you're seeing that we're still getting these mixed bags and choppy. All right, so AMD lower here now, closed at 163.71. That's coming back down to 161 and change. Uncertainty will rule the day. Okay, so AMD's a little bit lower. I got Avgo. I watched that one. Not much going on. It's inside day. It's 292. It's trying to take a 212 back up. Keep an eye on that one. Maybe maybe there's get out of free jail card, and maybe all of these tech stocks might get an opportunity. They might just run them up, and then as Powell gets closer to talking, it might just have to cool the jets. All right, so they want to test the waters is what they want to do. All right, just like a child. All right, Palantir, PLTR 156.18. It's lower this morning. This one wants to test the waters and see what's down below. So she's coming back pretty good. I gotta say. I mean, like I said yesterday, don't worry about the stock. It's gonna get back up. The question is there a sweet spot for us to get in where we can get in and hold it and get it into a nice position where and then you can start to move and exponentially higher? All right, that is the trick. All right, you can learn the strat up and down. The strat is something that Rob really simplified for people to be able to navigate the markets. And a couple of things that he didn't do. There was a few things that he didn't. He didn't talk about economics that much. And the one thing that Rob never really talked about was execution. How do you get into stocks? How do you buy stocks? How do you sell stocks? And that's and me and him used to battle on this all the time. And I kind of picked that up, and I said, it's great that you can it's great that you can learn it, but the question is, can you make money doing it? Now, there's some people that can do this thing, are killing it, and then there's a lot of people that just struggle. All right, so I'm with those guys. Because I struggled, okay, and I still struggle a little bit. So you're not mastering anything here, all right, but Palantir 155.65. All right, so we'll see if we're just gonna keep an eye on it here. All right, so Palantir. I got a good funny one today. Cracker Barrel. I didn't even know it was a publicly held company. So Cracker Barrel. I guess they changed their logo, and if you notice here on the logo, I don't know if you could see that. There's like a guy with a barrel. He's kind of leaning over it. Well, they took the dude out of the picture with the barrel, and they just left the Cracker Barrel. And social media, they're so smart. They didn't like it. Okay, so they didn't like it at all. And 54.80, it was down a little bit. Closed at 54.80. It was like a kind of a knee-jerk move to the downside, but it seems to have come back up already a little bit. So there was a lot of feedback on that, So it's like if you took Steak and Shake and turned it into Shake and Steak, it's like people will freak out. All right, so it's just that's the world we live in these days. Okay, woo, it's a real hoot. All right, so Cracker Barrel's coming back up here a little bit. So got the 56.81 if you want to bust out today on Cracker Barrel. I don't watch this stock that much, but I'm gonna start keeping an eye on it now. What the hell? There's one right when you drive right into Wisconsin from up through Richmond there. There's one right there as you go in there. Great soup. That's all I can say. All right, really good soup and bread. All right, so Cracker Barrel, there you go. A little funny piece there today. I thought it was at least. BJ's Wholesale got the 2-1 inside. We're 104. We're lower here now. Cracker Barrel missed. All right, so see how we're getting these retails? You get some are winners and some are losers, and Ross Stores was good, and Walmart was really good. Revenue was good, but the stupid tariffs are causing problems. I like what this guy said the other day. If we didn't have tariffs, we'd be at 2% inflation, and then they could cut the rates. Okay, but yeah, not for me to say. So it is what it is. All right, so what else? Intel had an interesting story this morning. Intel's doing this thing with Elon Musk's brother. These guys are doing some kind of I guess they went to the Burning Man, and like now they're working with this thing where they're going to do these shows, small venues, nothing more than 5,000 people. $50 a head, which ain't bad, and it's going to be like an illusion show that will be up in the sky. Something like if you went to Disney World some years ago when I took the kids there. I forget the name of what it was, but it was just a show that they put on, in the sky, and it would go on at night. It was outside in Disney, but these will be indoor venues, and you can read about it. All right, and Intel is the one that kind of came up with this. All right, so Intel, like I said, start making microwaves, start doing something different. Intel's finally starting to do that. I've been saying that for you guys. It's like Intel needs to reach out and do other things. All right, so you're still alive, man. All right, I remember Intel from 1983. All right, so Intel has been around. Okay, so we'll see there. On our Gapper list here, I'm not going to go through all of them here. United Healthcare is $306, up slightly here on United Healthcare. So I'm going to leave you with this. The diamonds are better today, okay? The banks have been kind of just like not doing anything. They've been really choppy. The banks are kind of up a little bit this morning here, 52.88. We're taking a day up here now. All right. We haven't talked about banks. We haven't even been doing anything with banks. You haven't heard me talking about banks because banks haven't been doing anything. I want you to look at this Robinhood. All right, this is two down on the week. All right, this thing has not come in at all. Somebody's got a $160 price tag on this thing. I'm finding a way to get in, but I'm like, damn, this market needs to come down some more. All right, so. Got down to 99.08, and they're already firming back up here. All right, so I don't know where and I don't know when, but there got to be a place for an opportunity to try to get into that one. All right, so like I said, diamonds are up. Maybe we can get some retails to move up. It looks like XLV is a little better this morning on their healthcare. United Healthcare is up a little bit better. I don't think that it's going to take the Qs and the SPYs with them. It might help with the SPYs a little bit. Qs are still pretty handily inside day with the SPY, but we'll see. We'll see. All right. That Oracle continues to stay down. That thing can't get going. And maybe that Salesforce can get back up. And I love that Disney. All right. Disney's kind of floundering right now. They talked a lot. Bob Iger did a big thing on CNBC yesterday. So we'll see. We'll see. All right. I think she still holds good at 116.07. All right, that's my support level there. I'm going to let it go there. All right, you guys have a great day. Roblox is higher today, too. Roblox, another gapper up on the RBLX. All right, back up to 117 and change. I'll leave it there. Be good. I'm out.